Really?
It's the April and Tomeeka show. 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 Whoa. It's the April and Tomeeka show. It's the April
Hi, Keisha.
Tomeeka show. Politics, advice on relationships. You can try it on your own, but they got the bomb tips with style and grace. They just up in the place. It's the April and Tomeeka show in your face.
What's right there?
I know what you came here for. It's the April and Tomeeka show.
No,
It's the April and Tomeeka show.
but
It's the April and Tomeeka show.
family and friends and
Hey.
hi, babes. How are you?
Whew. Sleepy.
You?
I was in a good one. Good nap.
Oh, you had a good nap.
I did.
I had a nap. It wasn't so good. Maury, that show still on. Crazy. I went to the news. I woke up to kind of just.
You watch Maury Povich?
It was the news when I went to sleep, and when I woke up, that same channel was playing Maury. I don't understand.
Hi, Timmy. You're breaking up a little bit. Your yeah, your mic, not your visual.
Oh. Is that better?
Probably.
Hi, everybody. Bring your friends in. Let them hear.
Yep. We give y'all a couple of minutes. Bring your friends in. We're gonna listen to that theme song one more time. Bring some friends in. We got time.
I like it.
Here we go. I'm gonna do the same.
W-E-K-A, it's the A-P-R-I. That's what y'all came here for. It's the April and Tomeeka show. It's the April and Tomeeka show.
We're-
It's the April and Tomeeka show.
Someone from
It's the April and Tomeeka show. Wow. It's the April and Tomeeka show. It's the
Finally. It's raining. Hey. I love rain.
I do.
Cheers. Will you drink? Hey.
No, the devil is alive. He thinks. Hey, LeBron. Can y'all hear me now?
It's like breaking up a little bit, but
I don't understand. It's always something, I tell you. But it's all good because we're in the land of the living. Cicely Tyson, God rest her
honey,
soul.
you know what? I don't even know what to say.
You know what I want to say? She lived life goals. Let's say
She
that.
did. Yeah.
God bless her. Like 96 and was still working. Like that's life goals. If we're gonna live here that long, I want to be working. I want to look as good as she did. Like who she was at 96 versus who she was at 46. She became even more fabulous, even more graceful. So,
Yep.
well done, Miss Cicely Tyson. You owe us nothing.
Nothing, but That, you know, that's how fast life works. We go over a show, wake up, and we got another person.
Yes. Literally, she wasn't on our call sheet for the show. She was not in our notes.
Not
And
in our notes at all.
we went to sleep and we woke back up.
Yep. And I saw on the page, I was like, oh, that's cute. And then I was like, oh my God, everybody has. I was like, all right. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to the April and Tomeeka show. Oh, we're going to start the show like we were supposed to. We'll get to Cicely. Just wanted to say hello and thank you for being here and thank you for tagging your friends. And Miss Tomeeka, I miss you so much.
I know.
But, you know, brighter days are coming. Let's jump right into Black Lives Matter, because we seem to be going through this epidemic of Black women being mistreated. You know, we are just, it's like we're under attack, you know? So under Black Lives Matter needs to be Black Women Matter, I feel like, because we are just being used and abused. So let's talk about the 31-year-old woman up in Harlem. And I watched the video,
Jesus.
and I have so many questions.
Like,
you know?
how did it go from sugar to shit? And I wouldn't even call it sugar, because I got to walk past a group of y'all to go into the freaking store. Y'all don't even have the common courtesy to be out the store during a pandemic or move out the way gracefully. And then you do what men should do, probably. It's maybe offer to buy, or if you're interested. But how about being able to take rejection? And she nicely rejected them.
She was like, I gotta go home to my daughter. I'm just picking up some wine. And
thank you, but no thank you. That's me. And who raised these animals?
Exactly.
Right? It went from sugar to shit real quick.
How do you get that bruise because she says no thank you? She wasn't even spanked. Now, no excuses across the board, but she wasn't like, no thank you, I got a man. You know, she was just like, no thank you. She just was trying to get in and get out.
Buy my drink. I would have asked, I'm good. She said nothing. Like, yeah, she was literally minding her own business.
Yeah.
No thank you. Thanks, but no thank you. I got this. And because she got that, and because she rejected you, because that wasn't rejection, but because you felt rejected, she now has her eye almost bitten out. Like, what?
I mean, it was like rage. Like, you don't bite somebody unless you like really fighting for your life or you hate. That's why they know some gunshots are like, yo, that was personal, or the stabs were personal. You know, because you stab somebody and you try and get out. When you stab it, or, you know, you bite, that young man or those young men have a lot of hate built up in them, because there's no way. She did nothing. First of all, they're wearing masks. She had on a mask. So I'm just like, you don't even know what she looks like. Like, not that that's a thing. You don't. Why are you so mad because she said no thank you?
Nicely, because, you know, we can get stank and we can get like, but be clear, it's 10 of y'all, so I'm gonna be nice about
right.
To my kid. So she was intentional about her rejection, and well, let's not even call it a rejection of her. She declined. She declined the offer to have her her wine bought tonight. Okay, I don't know you people. I got this. Thank you, but no thank you. And for that, she gets to almost lose her eye. Like, I don't understand.
Like, he bit her. Like, that's a little punk boy move anyway. Like, how you gonna bite somebody?
They attacked her, and while attacking her, he bit her. And they tried her phone out of her hand. Like, literally, she had to run for her life, or just kind of laid out there waiting for help. But look, here's the deal. The questions I have is, you guys were at the neighborhood liquor store, obviously, because that's the only reason why you be able to hang so freely and comfortable, right? Then you did it on a sidewalk where people, New York is always open. It ain't ever closed, okay? So I'm pretty sure someone saw the shit happening. Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
and here's my thing: the owner of the store has to know. They were hanging in there like that's their regular hangout spot. So I have questions. Like the owner has to know. Oh yeah, they come in here all the time. There should be videotape. I know it was very protected glass or whatever. So there's some video rolling. But then there comes the fact of, I have a family. These guys could be in a gang. They may very much know that they're a part of the gang and they want no parts of it. I give you their name or say they frequent here a lot. I give you the tape. Now I'm in jeopardy because it might have been 4 of them there, but it could be 20 somewhere else, like the whole posse. So I understand fear. I'm just so glad that she didn't die over letting someone down easy, because there was no need for that. No need for that. And this is why parents matter, whether you're a single parent or a 2-family household.
It's like,
you have to raise your children, period, with compassion. Those thugs could not have been raised right. Because not one of them said, hey man, what y'all doing? Like, leave her alone. Like, they all followed suit. So,
like, let's go home.
Like what?
Let her get home to her baby.
Yeah, like, what you doing? Enough is enough.
Followers,
they all jumped in.
Followers of
You better be glad she wasn't in a dark alley or something. She would have been toast. God only knows what they would have done to her. And
clearly, like, yeah, I keep saying, I don't know what fucking drugs these kids are using, but I remember when, like, K2, it first came out and they was talking about it. Biting was part of that drug. So were you a K2 person? I don't know. I don't really care. Whoever's protecting these idiots, animals, demons, whatever y'all want to call them, like, have some decency and put that ass in jail, okay?
Yeah.
If they have a mental health they need, hopefully they can get a response, but they need to go to fuck the jail, if not worse.
Right.
As, like, this girl, thankfully, she walked away with her life. It could have been so much worse,
Yeah.
The drugs, y'all don't know what they putting in that shit. And you want to fucking bite an eye out, like,
woo! And they say human bites are the worst. There's more germs in the human mouth than anything. So that's why,
let's be clear, we're in a pandemic, okay? Like, can you imagine somebody biting you right now?
No.
That's it right now, because we're in a pandemic. And it's like...
your saliva. Like, the worst thing you could do is get bit. That's why they take, kids in kindergarten and first grade, like, those bites are serious. And I never understood, like, that is the nastiest part of your body, unfortunately.
It's horrible. You bit another human being.
You did.
Who does that?
Right. So yes, I saw in the news the Black community did come out. They had, some protests in front of the store. So they're mad as hell. So, gone are the days of snitching. Like, this is beyond snitching. That's like someone molesting a child. When they go to jail, they're gonna get served, because like, as crazy as it seems, like, in the crime setting, that's off limit. You can't mess with little children, so they know that. So now they feel the same. I feel like this is a part of that. Like, you don't mess with a helpless young lady. Like, really, guys, it was really bad. I mean, I saw on the news and I just had, my heart went out to her.
It was sad, and they had a GoFundMe to get her medical care done, thank God. But what's sad is that they haven't caught these guys yet. So I'm sorry, moms, uncles, cousins, aunties, whomever. If y'all see these idiots and they belong to y'all are just as guilty.
I know. And as much as I miss New York, they're out of control.
All right, if you, my nephew, because I remember seeing a video a while ago, probably a couple years ago, and I literally got on the phone with my nephews and I said, if I ever see y'all disrespect a female like this, because she's high, the girl was high, she was in Miami, and they were disrespecting her so bad. They threw stuff all over her, condiments, bottles, a whole bunch of stuff. I immediately called the young men in my life and I said, if I ever see a video of y'all disrespecting like, if you're around and you don't try to protect that young lady who, your auntie, your sister, your daughter, whomever, lights out. You going to jail and I'm going to tell. I'm going to be the one to tell.
Right.
It makes no
Right.
sense to me. Ladies,
I mean,
whoever are, teach your kids better. They don't have to go along to get along. Yes, you can protect that black woman. The black woman is the most disrespected person on this earth, and I can't stand it. Being a black woman, it bothers my soul. It's just sad. And it's like, who are we raising? These are our sons. They're our nephews. They're our husbands and fathers. And it's like, y'all gonna disrespect us?
I know.
From here.
It's scary. On top of Black Lives Matter, we have black women. We are black women. So on top of being black, we are women. And we are the most disrespected. And that doesn't make you feel good when you're outside, you know, doing what you need to do. You just have to hold your head high. You have to always be curious or, you know, aware of your surroundings. When I'm walking by myself every day, I'm always looking.
Yep.
You know, I probably look like a crazy woman to some people in their car because I gotta watch my back. First, I'm looking for dogs, and then second, I'm looking for people. Like, people are crazy. So, and I walk by myself every day. So, you know, you just have to be aware of your surroundings.
Let's teach each other and our kids and our neighbors' kids, everybody we're in contact with every day. Don't you ever be, you know, a party to someone disrespecting a black woman, period.
Right.
Period. If you're too scared, walk away, call the police and let them know this is what's going on.
Right.
You know, living in an apartment building, myself and this lady getting beat by some man. I was coming off of a date and he was beating her up. I had a roommate, which was my cousin. I woke her up. I said, let's go. We got to go fuck this man up. He's fucking her up.
Really?
We got a broom. We called the police. Like, he was like, she got my, I don't give a fuck what she got. You're in my building, fucking her up. Are you stupid? So y'all, let's stop walking away like it's not happening. I just saw this video today of a black man beating some black babies. Come here. In New York, at the subway. You know how people just walk by? Come here.
Because people just want to be like, I'm not a part of it. I'm not in it. You know, and I understand because you ever have that girlfriend where, you know, if you tell her that her man is cheating or whatever, she ain't gonna do shit. So people are like, we don't know what their thing is. She might like getting her ass beat. I get it. But there comes a fine line where, you know, you shouldn't, as a human being, even care about that. You should want to intervene. And if that woman says, no, this is what we do, okay, then walk away. I don't know.
Because what's going to happen is one day something really bad may happen. And guess who's going to have to live with that? Not on my watch. If you see what they're going to know is she crazy and she going to call the police on us. So if we are fighting, we're going to be quiet down here because that woman upstairs, she calling the police on us. Because every get busy, she called the police. This train ride I just saw online with it was a man beating his kids, fucking them up in their head. And people was just walking by and I'm like, girl, finally the youngest kid just kept screaming and screaming and nobody helped. No.
What?
God know not to let me see shit like this because somebody gonna have to die today because those babies, that little boy that he's fucking up gonna be somebody's husband. You understand?
Right. Yeah.
And we all let this shit happen on our watch. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing you.
No.
You can't disrespect your woman in front of me. You can't fuck your kid up in front of me. I don't care who you are.
Right. Do me a favor. Is that your phone dinging?
No, that's my computer.
Oh, okay.
You hear it?
Yeah, it's ding, ding. And we need to pause real quick.
I'm gonna just
I need you to pause and
let you run the show because I'm gonna have to come out of it.
What happened?
It's onto my computer. It's okay.
You want me to bring you back?
No.
Okay, so smile. Okay. Thumbnail. Sorry. Okay. So we talked about the young lady in Harlem and those animals. Let's segue into Mr. What is his name? Chad Wheeler. No, sir. No, sir. Another one. It was like back to back. I was like, am I reading this right? And then they tried to, I read some article saying that he was having a anxiety or panic attack and he wanted her to bow. Now I'm wondering, had she gone along with that other times? Like, okay, this is his thing. Let me bow. And was that day not her? Like, I'm not doing it. Like, where did that come from? I wonder if it was a one-time thing where he asked her to do that, or was that something that they always do? Yeah, and it's always an excuse. You know, the Chads and the, you know, the Biffs and the the Chances and the little, you know, they always have an issue, an underlying, you know, well, he's going through so many traumatic things, and there's always excuses for the others. No, he was out of control, and whatever happened, he almost killed her.
No, Chad. Now Chad played for what team?
Seahawks.
Chad played for the Seahawks. Chad is a white.
No longer.
Chad is a white guy who was dating a queen, a black girl, and only what, 6 months?
6 months. That's what I was like. What?
You ain't earned the right to fucking touch. Let's start there, okay?
You never earned the right, but 6 months is early. Like, you don't even know each other. What are you talking about?
On stage, everything's supposed to be still roses.
Right.
Right. Nigga, come here. He fucked her up. Okay.
Yep.
So much so that he thought she was dead. Okay.
Yep.
And did not care. Didn't care. Was surprised that she lived. So his intention was to fucking kill her.
Oh my God, that is so scary. Like, she could have died.
He needs to go get put in jail and be under the jail. So everybody's talking about he was manic. He needs some psychological. Come here. He gonna get that shit in jail, because what he ain't gonna do is go to a mental institute, and that's the fuck it. Okay. You just found out after you hit a black queen that your ass is manic. Fuck that. Okay?
Right. And here's the deal. These young girls, and you know, again, I'm just talking very general. I don't know her from a can of paint. I don't know why she chose him, but there are reasons, you know, there are some women, let's bring it all out. You know, he played for the Seahawks, he got a little money, you know, we gonna be, you gotta watch who you lay down with. You don't even know this dude. If you knew he was manic from the beginning, you might have wanted to tiptoe around that, you know. What do I need to do in case these things happen? Like, there are people that have issues, but they do go into relationships, and the significant other knows, this is what I need to do. When I see it happen, we've both got to agree that that's the time for me to leave. I'll be back. Or what is the protocol? What is the steps in place for when you're under distress? Because, you know, you got to know there are people that are schizo and different, and they're in relationships, but they know how to maneuver. It's not the end of the world. People have issues. I get it. But you went into this relationship, you know, with this guy, and I just hope it was for the right reasons, you know. And he chose a black woman over a white woman. Like, what are the things? Did he want to say, oh, I have a black girl, or I'm doing it? Or is she like, oh, I got me a baller. I don't give a fuck what race he is. He a baller. He got some money. I don't know. And if I'm disrespecting her, I don't mean to, but I have to get into the minds of some of these young ladies, because some of them do it on purpose. So if she did it for love, then I feel.
You know what's interesting? Because whether she did it for a number of reasons, she's young. Oh my God, I got a baller.
A baller.
I got a baller.
Yep.
You probably at 6 months in, unless the whole world know his ass is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, you probably just don't know, right? But again, y'all, we keep talking about mental health in this pandemic. It's real.
Yeah.
And so the whole, because she didn't bow, and then they said that she also said to the police or the authorities when they came to get her that he was having a manic episode. You was trying to calm him down. He big as shit. You small. Like what?
So she said it too. She didn't say, I don't know what came over him. She called it what it was. So this was not the first time that it happened.
Exactly.
Because she knew. I would not know to say somebody's out of control. Oh, he was. I would be like, this nigga lost his goddamn mind. I don't know what the fuck is going on. And he was having a manic. No, baby.
The fact that he's apologetic, that means you keep apologizing. Like the shit that you do, you apologize over and over again, and she kind of lets you go because he's manic. Come here. I'd have been like, he tried to kill me. Like, it ain't no excuse. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. I don't know why. Like, what do you mean? Come here. She
Right.
made an excuse for his ass, and that right there, red flag.
Right.
So she's been going through some shit. He wanted to do role play. I didn't want to do it. He had a manic episode. I almost fucking died. But it's okay because he had an episode. Bitch, come here. This how the story went if it's me. I'm bloody as hell. He tried to kill me.
Right. I don't give a fuck what you call it.
Don't let him out. I'm scared. What?
Yeah.
So, lady.
Let's see if she presses charges.
If
she did, will they stick?
Hopefully she lives in a state like California and they don't need her to press charges. They're going to press charges. Hopefully that's how the state is, because the way she made an excuse on her motherfucking deathbed like that, like how do you make that excuse? I'm sorry.
That's what I'm saying.
What happened here? Because they want to get all the information they can in case something does happen when she died. She said, she said, so let me stop saying that she said. They said that she said he's having a manic episode. Officer, I don't know what the fuck just happened. I almost died. Okay, that was.
He tried to kill me. That's all you need to know. I almost died. Like, she really. It's not even funny. He's huge. He could have killed her.
He tried to kill me. I don't know what I didn't do. Look, we was good 1 minute, and the next minute I'm dead. Okay.
Yeah, she almost died.
Okay. So.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Whoever's in her family, and if she said that, please get her the help that she needs, because
she's in denial.
Yeah,
and she's accepting the bad behavior.
I don't give a damn what he is. What he should did was try to kill me today. So no, don't let him get off easy. Don't let him go to a mental hospital. Let his ass go sit in jail. He needs a timeout. And he needs to get the help that he needs behind bars, or after he's behind bars in some Richie Rich program, because he has the funds to do so. But no, he does not get out of jail quick card because manic. No. You better stop saying that shit. He tried to kill me, officer.
He's 6'7", 310. Girl, bye.
He a whole football player, a linebacker or something.
Two of them. That girl, no. Ooh.
No.
She better be glad, because she did have a phone she called. But baby,
after he nearly killed her, he went to go eat. Like nothing's happening.
I didn't know that part.
Yeah. He had a whole meal, had some vino or whatever he had, sipping a smoothie. Somebody said dinner in a smoothie. Come here, because he thought she was dead. So he was okay with the fact that she might possibly dead, but guess what? I'm hungry.
I hate you.
Cray, but so
I'm hungry. Girl, she better run for the hills. Baby, leave. Don't give your forward and address. She better get out of there. He went to eat. That's a motherfucking psycho.
He is a psycho.
That's a psycho. When you can eat after doing something like that,
and you cannot negotiate.
No remorse? That's no remorse. I'm hungry.
None. I'm hungry. I'm ready to go eat. Girl, oh, that's not nice. Let me stop.
It's not nice, but
it's not nice.
I guarantee you that wasn't their first episode.
It wasn't.
This was the first time he tried to kill a killer. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So as we're talking about Black Lives Matter, today President Biden addressed reopening the Affordable Care Health Act enrollment period for the lack of meaningful health care for women. Race and economic status should not dictate staying alive during the pandemic. He is doing more in his, how many days has it been? Like 10 days?
Not long.
8 days. Because it was Wednesday to Wednesday, this day. In his eighth day, thinking about us, you know what I mean? Women in general. And then that's going to help Black women, because we dying in childbirth. We're dying with heart disease. We're dying with diabetes, and not to mention the pandemic. Yeah, so that was, that's big on him. Having Kamala in office is really going to be, I think, a really beautiful thing, because he's always going to have to think Black.
Yep.
No matter what, whether it's the Black woman or the Black man. She's a Black woman, and we can all, nobody's perfect. I can say things that I don't do right, or I missed. And yes, there were things she missed when she was in the Senate or whatever.
When she was a DA.
When she was a DA, it doesn't matter. The fact is she's there now, and she is half Black and half Asian. And no matter what, she is fighting for minorities. Period.
Which happens to be her family members when you think about it.
Yes, her nieces,
Yep.
her beautiful nieces that she loves.
All that has to happen simply because those little girls will, that's accountability right there, you know? So
Yep.
what I'm trying to say is if you don't have any health insurance, go sign up for the Affordable Care Act. In your state, it's called something else possibly.
Right.
They're opening up, I think, till March or May.
Right, because it usually ends, but he's extending it.
Sign up. It's available. A lot of people work, so that means you lost your health insurance because it's vital to go get your services. Okay? We lost so many people last year from colon cancer that made absolutely no sense. And if we could get some health care going and get to see our primary care physician or our dental, you know, everything yearly like we're supposed to, we can get around for 96 like Miss Cicely Tyson. You know what I'm saying? You got to take care of your car. You got that car in there to get that oil changed every 3-4 months, 6 months.
And it tells you, so you should treat your body, your mental the same way.
One body.
One body.
Look at this foolishness, y'all. Look at this. Look at this. I said one and saw this damn.
But guess what? They open tomorrow, so you running out there?
Look at this shit. This makes absolutely no sense. This one came up today.
Thank God. You're almost normal.
So yeah, that's a good segue for California opening back up, right?
Oh my God. Okay, so this makes no sense to me, being that we have two different strains, the South African, they call it, and the UK strain. That California is like, okay, we're ready to open up.
Now, the East Coast is ready to shut it down.
They shutting it down. We're never on the same accord. That's the problem.
We're getting ready to open back up
tomorrow. Restaurants are open for outside dining. Nail salons are open for, I guess, outside service. So we're back. Salons are open and there's no outside. You could just go into the salon. And I don't get that. I feel like
a salon on Friday though. I'm sorry.
You are going? You gotta go. I don't understand. So he's lifting the stay-at-home order, which I don't understand.
Can we really talk about that?
What?
So about a month ago, the numbers were expected to go from 400,000 dead to now 500,000 dead. I'm sorry. So the number's still going to go up to that, right?
Yep.
But because we've been closed since a little bit before Christmas, now they want to say, hey, we've been closed long enough. We want to salvage some of the businesses. So
I think that he's getting a lot of pressure because I saw online this nail salon. She showed her letter and everything. And she was like, we're not going to be able to feed our families. And this is so unfair. And imagine all these nail salons, all the hair salons, all these people. I mean, here's the thing, guys. You can go back to work to make the money and then die. Like, do you want to try and stay alive, home safely, excuse me. It's a catch-22. I understand we got to eat, we got to pay our mortgage, we got to pay all these things, but you can't do it if you're dead. So it's a real fine line. It's like people are starving. Food banks are empty. Mm-hmm. The lines for these services that people never even thought about are packed, you know? So imagine if you knew every Saturday we go to the food bank, we get our food. Now you've got to compete with hundreds of cars in the line. Yep. There's not enough food to go around. So these people do need to go back to work. Again, I don't have the answers, but I'm just trying to think logically. I just feel like everybody needs to not move for 30 days. And that's from East Coast to the West Coast and in between, because we're opening up. North Carolina, New York, and all of them about to shut down. Then we're living La Vida Loca, going to go on a plane and go over there. It's just like,
it's silly.
It's stupid.
Silly. And it's like, it's almost to me that maybe they just need a few of y'all to just die. Like, because nobody's thinking about, like, the numbers. Look, the numbers are clearly going up. It's not safe anywhere, really. Whatever you catch, you may get COVID and survive, okay? You may get it a couple times to survive, but it's a few 100,000 that's going to get it, and they're just going to die. They are going to die. They're not going to make it out. So it's almost like when it first happened, it's like, well, when the older people die from it, it's okay. They live life. It's almost
That's awful.
And it's like, yeah, these were people who could get around really good, and they was just retiring, and they was just able to spend their money and their time traveling, and now that's like they can't do that.
Right.
There was a report out today, I believe, that they said 8,000 people died in nursing homes in New York alone. No, they lied. It was 13,000. So the numbers coming in right. So
all the numbers are off.
It's like
all the numbers are off.
Just because they open it up, and just because Georgia's always been open, Georgia has been always open, but they were the only ones who had their convention center ready to collect bodies. It's too contradictory to me. Almost as if they're like, you guys down here, y'all so ignorant, y'all gonna keep partying maskless and doing this and doing that. Y'all, it's the Black and brown people that's dying in disproportionate numbers, okay?
Mm-hmm. Because we don't believe, or just because they say we're open, don't mean we need to be out. I mean, they're having parties, they're doing, I say the same thing. I can't be on Instagram because they are like, nothing's going on. I'm like, are we living in the same world? How are they able to do all of this? And we're sitting home struggling.
Honey, when the new year came in and we was in our couches sitting there, listening to D Nice on a computer.
Right.
And they was all getting dressed to kill in Atlanta, DC, Maryland, Virginia, all up and down.
And Florida.
Honey. Yeah, Florida's a whole nother. It's like, look, y'all, I don't think Florida's even collecting numbers. Let's be clear about that. Nobody heard shit about Florida.
Nothing.
I really heard nothing about Georgia, but they're the only two states that's been wide open. So, at this point, you're on your own. They don't care about you. Okay, so you got to make really smart choices for yourself. I know it makes sense because the government ain't tell me I'm locked in, so I can just go all out and do it up. But they already don't have enough vaccinations for y'all. Hello?
I know. We're already running into problems.
So even if you wanted to get vaccinated, there's not enough. Right. And so we have a story that we got to talk about tonight where the fuck they charging in certain areas, they're letting them pay for a vaccine. So we're becoming the sci-fi movie that we watched and never thought it would happen to us.
Right.
Literally about to become the haves and the have-nots, okay? And if you have the money to buy your way out of this pandemic, so be it, And if you don't, you don't.
It's crazy. Just trying to open up the schools. Parents are frustrated. But here's the thing. I watched this little girl. I forgot her name. I think her name is Jay somebody. I want to say she's in Mississippi. She go to school every day. She be in the car. Y'all know who I'm talking about, the little girl with the glasses. Every day she's in her car with her mom and she goes to school. They wear a mask. They're wide open. They go to school. So I think people, these schools are looking at other schools that are doing it.
Florida, Georgia, they've been in school the whole time.
That is crazy to me.
Because there's also a report that daycares have been open the whole time. For some strange reasons, those kids make it out.
The babies
make it out. But some staff aren't making it because your kid can be a carrier. Grandma can pass away.
And colleges are actually open. Like, I don't understand it. My cousin's kids are in college right now in New Jersey on campus. They do not go to classes. They attend classes in their, I don't understand why they even have to go on campus. But some of them are on scholarship or whatever, and they want them close by. I guess that's the reason.
Money. It's always about money.
It's money.
Always about.
And I'm like, there's not enough money. Like, right now, the way the world is going, we need to all think differently. Like, colleges will never be the same. Schooling will never be the same. Even working, everything across the board will never be the same because we realize offices aren't necessary. People are are just as productive as, as they would have been if they were at an office 9 to 5 under strict constraints, only get 15-minute break, whatever. They are doing the same amount of work. Insurance agents, anything that is done, a lot of paperwork, they're doing it at home. So we're going to see a massive amount of commercial buildings empty when this pandemic is over. Because you know why? I would rather my employees stay home than rent this goddamn floor for $50,000 a month plus, light and gas, and all my employees, my 200 employees can do the same amount of work at home. It's going to be the same for colleges.
Correction.
Huh?
They laid off half the employees, and because you're at work, because see, we still live under the white patriarchal society. When y'all at home, we're gonna pile up the work because you're at home doing the work. Make sure we get our money's worth. So it's 2-1. That one person is doing now 2 jobs at their house. So their workforce is smaller. Okay, so if you had a company of 200 employees, you're now down to 100 employees.
100,
right? And they're doing the work of the same 200 employees. And it's a win, little crazy business people, because in this white patriarchal society, how dare you think you're going to collect the check sitting at home? Right?
But here's the thing. I feel like when you go to work, I feel like there's so much fluff. I don't feel like people give it their all anyway. So I feel like they were, and I don't know everybody's workload or whatever, but I know when I was working like corporate or whatever, there's so much fluff time. I wasn't doing shit. But
when Mr. Boss or Mrs. Boss walked by, hello, you was busy as hell.
You was like, excuse me, what you say? Right. So it's gonna be a change, and they'll have to figure out what the new norm is. You know what I mean? Because there's a point where you can say, yo, just because I'm home, this workload is crazy. Like, people are gonna start speaking up, and maybe it won't be 200 down to 100. Maybe they'll go to 150. I don't know. There has to be, because now you're not spending on the lease or the whatever for that, the parking, the whatever. It's going to be a whole new world. And I think all colleges after this need to also offer an online portion, because they have people starting from their freshman to their senior, starting college and graduating college online. So for the people that can't go to campus for $45,000 like Howard, what is the in between? Oh, I can do the same program at home for 20. That's what my kids are doing. It's half the price. So why would you eliminate that completely? Because now we can get out.
That's a new business. They're not.
I graduated. I'm gonna do 3 years at home, and then my last year I'm gonna ball out and go meet all my classmates and pay the 45. There always should have been an option like that. You know what I'm saying? So
people don't like change. They was literally forced to change. They don't like change,
and it worked. So why would you have to? I'm just hoping that they keep that part available, because 20 grand is a lot easier than 45.
They're going to have to, simply because, now here's the deal. Tuition rates will always go up though. Even if it starts at 20, maybe it'll end at like 35. It's still, any break is still going to be a break. And that's how they're going to probably track it. But online learning has been the wave of the future for a long time. How do you get people to buy into that system? Create a pandemic. Who knows? We don't know what the powers that be created behind the scenes to make this shit make it make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You ever meet somebody that went to Phoenix University and you'd be like, ew, that's online. Baby, they like, we mastered this shit. Don't ask us for our system. Y'all figure it out, because
they're talking
this for years. Huh?
They're talking to them to figure out how to do their program.
Don't ask us, because y'all laughed at us. Because I hear people go to Phoenix. I was like, what? That's online. Yikes. Phoenix was ready. They didn't have to maneuver. They didn't have to adjust. They were like,
You had your nose turned up at us. Yes.
You sure did. And I got my degree at Phoenix. What? Baby, people getting their degree from Harvard, Yale, Boston, everybody online.
Online.
Royce is graduating in this summer online.
Mm.
That's crazy. I'm glad he got 3 years. Poor Ross, he only got like a couple of months. But, you know, we'll see what happens. He's dying to go back. And I wonder what they're going to do because it's already February. You could say it's February. What are we going to do in August? What's going on? Are these kids going back? I don't know.
Here for a minute. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yep, that is crazy. Okay. So we're moving right along.
Thanks for
So
joining.
let's talk about Mr. Oh, I got a little, I hope I could put it up.
Got something to put up?
Yeah, I thought, you know, I don't know how to work this goddamn.
Online.
No, I don't. I'm on my
Online was tough for me too because they give you more work. Like whenever you got to work at home and you're not disciplined enough, you need to sit there with a teacher to ask the questions. It's kind of difficult to learn like that. But
yeah, it is.
Static.
So I'm gonna put up a picture. We want to know how many of y'all did this. Oh my God. So Bernie Sanders meme raised over $1.8 million in merchandise sales.
Yes.
With these mittens. Like everybody had this meme. They put themselves in it. It's freaking hilarious. So we thought we'd join in.
Hilarious. Look, Bernie was out there saying, I'm going to be one. Now, this is what I don't understand about Bernie in this picture, okay? Bernie, I'm not wearing no fancy coat. I'm going to wear my coat that's going to protect me. I'm going to wear these.
Right.
But where's your hat, Bernie? I don't understand.
You think he would have some muffs or something?
Yeah, Bernie has been everywhere. He's been in Paris. He's been to Egypt. He's been everywhere. He's been in Go-Go Flicks. He's been in everywhere. I mean, you name it, Bernie's been there. Bernie's even been to April and Tomeeka's. Like, yes.
Yay!
And Bernie raised $1.8 million. He put that meme y'all sent around and made him viral with. Made some sweatshirts and gave the money to charity.
That is so amazing.
So amazing.
He is. I don't know how to get rid of this. Uh-oh. How do I get rid of it now?
Uh-oh.
Uh-huh.
We want to know how many of y'all did this. Did y'all put Bernie in any of y'all pictures?
That was so cute. He fit right between us like nothing, like he was in the picture. Bernie was like,
all of the
it's cold out here. I'm going to be comfortable.
Okay. They've been amazing. They've been hilarious. It's like if you needed to pick me up and you saw one of those pictures, it was a pick me up. They put Bernie in some. They had Bernie holding Janet Jackson's boobs in her album.
I saw that. That was so funny. Like there was so many good ones. Like the internet is creative. Let's not make a mistake. So $1.8 million is a lot of money.
It is.
And to, you know, give some of that money to, was it the Meals on Wheels in Vermont or in general?
Nope. In Vermont, he did it to Meals on Wheels and a few other charities in Vermont.
Okay.
In his home state.
That's dope.
Collected money from the sales and he gave it to the poor, basically. And
big up to the little crochet. Is that crocheted or knitting? The person lives in Vermont. She's just like, what has happened?
He sold out his colors.
I love those colors. It was amazing. I'll let you talk about Marjorie because I really don't know too much about that. But let's get into what this heifer was doing over there in Georgia. And they just, you know, for some reason, I don't understand how the other people just get a slap on the wrist and they just keep it moving. Like it has to hit the fan. Like it's got to be something major for everybody to even, you know, eye-opening. I don't get it because we don't get that treatment. We're always like, oh, that ain't gonna fly, and then it flies. You like, oh my God.
Well, we know why it flies. You got to be the right color in this country.
You got to be the right color.
So little Miss Marjorie, what's her name? Marjorie Taylor Greene. She was appointed to the House Education and Labor Committee. First of all, how did she get on anybody's committee? It's beyond me. Okay, her history loud. It speaks volumes. She is a racist. She's a Trumper. Look, I don't even know how they elected her, but it was Georgia, so we're going to give her that pass. But they can't do anything about it. Her constituents put her into office. But I don't know how they appointed her to a committee when she's been heckling the Parkland students who, the shooting. She's been one of the hecklers. So she's just disrespectful. She's a gun-toting woman who refused to weapons to go into the Capitol. Now that they have, what do you call them?
The metal detectors?
The metal detectors. She's like,
I want to do it.
I want to carry my gun. She's one of those. Yeah, she was heckling the Parkland school shooting and the survivors and the killings of the children at Sandy Hook Elementary.
No way. What kind of human being does that?
Also, a woman who liked a picture that said Nancy Pelosi and Hillary Clinton need a gunshot today.
I wouldn't want her around me, and knowing she's in the Capitol with a gun, baby,
it was
could be one of those.
Yep. She is definitely a Trumper. She makes no bones about it, no apologies. She is who she is. She's proud of, her white heritage and what she represents. And she's here to stay. Like, she ain't going nowhere. What? Y'all mad? What? And the more they come at her, the more defiant and disrespectful
she gets.
And, those white women are the gatekeepers of this foolishness. Those are the women who their husbands, did all the dirt that they did. They came home and laid their bosoms like, oh, baby, it's okay. You had to do what you had to do to keep our, our standing in the society. That's who she is. And it's a lot of them that still are here. They're not going nowhere. And the thing about the Trump presidency, that he allowed them to show their face.
Oh, no.
They could just be who they were, and they could just, and he's standing in it with such force,
Right.
It's really sad, and we can say what we want to say, but I'm actually glad that we're seeing the veil lifted. We get to see each other, and we get to deal with these issues so that we can become the great nation that we're supposed to be, because we ain't shit right here.
Right.
7 million people still think that the election was stolen. What? We're just as divided as we've been in a long time, and those people won't go away easily. They will not go away easily. So they put their Trump flag up, but believe me, if it else, that's what they support.
Right. And just like Nancy Pelosi says, the enemy is within.
Mm-hmm.
That is some scary shit.
When they open those gates up, so it's going to be interesting when they do this quote unquote impeachment, okay? Because the Republicans who are so against it are just like, oh, let's just let it go away. He's not the president anymore. Let's just go on.
They're still scared of him. Why are they still scared of him?
I don't know what he got on these motherfuckers, but yeah.
Because he wants to run again. Like, baby, let's understand, life prior to 2020 was wonderful. I think moving on, we're going to be in such a unfamiliar territory, because if he doesn't go up for impeachment, or if they cancel the trial or whatever, and he doesn't get impeached, he's coming back. He's never going to leave. So in 4 years, as we know, goes really fast.
Real fast.
We'll be up against those 70-something million people all over again, gaining traction. Just like we had to fight, I guarantee you they're out there now on the ground preparing for the next 4 years, because they want him to run again. Okay? So we have a mighty fight on our hands.
His team just put out from the office of the former president of the United States the symbol of, he is still in there. There's some rumor that they're making a MAGA party. So now there'll be a 3-party, because they don't really consider themselves Republicans. They consider themselves Trumpers. And remember, he got out. What's the guy's name? He just got out. He let out.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
So Steve Bannon now. Steve Bannon ran his campaign when he became the president.
Right.
Oh, they're busy. They're busy.
Oh, they're busy. We can't, like, I know we're celebrating or whatever. We're glad Biden is signing all these different bills and stuff, but they are busy working. And
Yeah.
so it'll be Democratic, Republican, and MAGA.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be very, very interesting. Keep your passports up to date. Figure out if you got any family other places, because the United States is not the end all be all anymore. It really isn't. I'm looking at my girlfriend in Spain. They over there cooking. They are having the time of their life. And I'm not saying Spain is the end all be all, but they were right here in California. They lived right by me. They packed up 4 years ago and was like, we are done.
And here's the deal.
We are done. We want a better quality of life for our children and ourselves. These are people, he went to Morehouse, he went to Harvard Law. She's well educated. They took their 2 sons and they said, deuces. I look at them every day online. They're skiing, they're cooking. She's like, I don't miss shit. Y'all have fun with that shit. I sit out in the center every day. All the moms and the kids play, and then we go have dinner. And I'm sitting there listening like, wow, that sounds amazing to me.
And the crazy part is, it's so quiet, and I don't know if he's just waiting to be done with this whole little impeachment deal.
Yeah, he's got to get over this hump. After that, baby, we are going to hear about him every day.
He has Steve Bannon behind him. He got those Navy SEALs out, so they're going to create his little army. Steve Bannon's going to create his little platform. And the problem is, Democrats, they're not tough. They just be like, oh, well, they still let Mitch run shit. Mitch, sit your ass down. You run nothing. You're not the majority anymore. But they have much respect for these motherfuckers because they're politicians. Trump wasn't a politician. He could get about any of this shit. He's the power. You know, Steve Bannon is a racist, period. Okay? And him in Trump's head, and they want to create this little empire of the Trumps. They're going to do it. You know?
Oh, they're doing it. There's a whole, like, the next time they take over, it won't be so unorganized because
it won't be nice.
They literally, we have to understand, had one of them had a bomb in their backpack, and maybe they did, they could have blew up the entire fucking building.
And guess what? They want you to know that that's what they could have done.
They could have done it. They were like, okay, go ahead and
they did enough to see, oh, y'all let us get in here? Oh, okay. Stay right there.
They were like, get back. I was like, where's your baton? Where that baton that y'all
where's your gun?
Yeah, where that gun?
Where's your weapons? Because there was too much intelligence out there saying they was coming and they was going to have heavy artillery, and you need to be ready. Child, like crickets, we're good. We're just going to stand here with our little shields and we're going to be good. Yeah, okay. So next time they come, they're going to take some shit. It's going to be the Boston Tea Party and some other old shit that we've always done as America, the nation, is to make America great again, the way we've always done business. So that's how it gets done. And, you know, we always talk about Lincoln and how Lincoln did it. When it was the insurrection back then, they killed Lincoln. Hello? Like, when y'all want to talk about how when someone does something good, and then when the insurrection, because the people down south didn't like what's going on up north, they killed Lincoln, you know? So I just want us to stop acting like we don't see what the fuck this shit is.
All I know is that I just know it will never be the same. So everybody has to get that in their brain. It will never be the same. And what your tolerance level is going to be, because Steve Bannon did not get pardoned for nothing. Treachery. He is in debt to Trump. He is over there looking at every law book, every constitution, every piece of law to get MAGA on as a second, you know, because there's independents, there's whatever, people that run. So it will be a MAGA part. And you have to remember, we didn't win by much. We did not win by much.
Party.
So imagine all of these people that are mad, they're still crying like, Trump, where are you? Like, they are coming back with Jimmy Bob, and all these kids are going to be 4 years older, just like our kids will be 4 years,
Yep.
4 years older. It's just that we have to keep up the momentum.
Yep.
Because they are not going to stop.
And I want to say this. Black Lives Matter has to matter. You guys are too quiet, okay? Shit is still happening daily, you know? Everything can be put in our face as a distraction all the time. You don't know.
Right.
It was like, go on out there and march, and here's some money for y'all to go march. Do it wherever you're at. Protect your loved ones wherever you're at. If you need to be online, like posting this Chad Wheeler story that we talked about earlier,
It's quiet.
It was so quiet that nothing happened. Then all of a sudden it gained traction because we was like, the fuck he did what to a black woman? And we kept posting that shit. Yeah, he's now let go. He's a free agent. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was the Seattle Seahawks this morning. By this afternoon, he was a free agent. So
right.
It works. So don't stop. Don't get quiet. When you see something, say something. And if you can't just say something, post something. And then tell somebody else to repost it. That's how we get our voices heard. Breonna Taylor's murderers are still out there. But those jurors are trying to come after the DA.
Yes, they try. Did they use the word impeach? They trying to do something to him.
Yeah,
I was like, where are your white girlfriends now? All I can remember when I saw that they were trying to impeach him for corruption and all of this stuff, all I can remember when they were marching in Kentucky and stuff, he was at the wedding and she was showing her ring and all the white girls were like, ah! And he was like the black token. I was like, you stupid motherfucker. You stupid. Excuse my language. Like, really? I hope they rally around you because what I do know, they can't take pressure like we are, like we can. So I hope he is feeling her, feeling uneasy, not knowing what's going on. What are we going to do? I just want karma to really just show up. Whatever that looks like, you know, her being uneasy. I don't know if this is the right time to get married. I don't know what to do. I hope it's all happening. And I hope by the end of this, she's like, yeah, I'm going to pass. Yeah, you chose to be on that side, and you thought Mitch McConnell was going to be the majority, and he's not, boo. So now you're all alone. I just, you know, karma works really fast, but, you know, you just have to believe in the process. I get it. So, I don't want evil to happen. I just want it to balance. Like, if you were doing evil on purpose, then I want that back for you.
Exactly.
I want it back for you.
What we're saying, when y'all see these stories and you're tired of it, because it is overwhelming to keep posting and talking about the same old shit.
Mm-hmm.
That guy, you know, that got killed last week that we talked about, the officer who killed him, he should be in jail, you know. So we got to keep our necks on their back, y'all, because they're steady keeping their necks on us. It's like no matter how many George Floyd stories we have, another one happens a week later.
A week later.
Like, how is that possible? Because they're like, oh, it's a thing for them right now. It won't always be. And we'll just go back to doing business as usual. No, defund the police. Motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a bad cop, you need to go.
Right.
And you don't need to go from this police station to go to that one. You need to go and get arrested, okay, for murdering.
Right. Nothing like them leaving one state and going to the other state like it's a clean slate. What? No, it's not a clean slate.
I know this wasn't on our notes, but I wanted to ask you about American Skin. Did you see that yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay. I need you guys to watch the movie American Skin. And
they told me last night to watch it. Let me write that down.
It's so good. It's by Nate Parker. I posted about it.
Oh, yeah, Nate. Okay.
Nate Parker did Rebirth of a Nation.
Yes,
and this is what they did with Nate Parker. Nate Parker, he did Rebirth of a Nation.
God.
He took it around to some film festivals, and right before it was about to hit the theaters, honey, they dug up his history. And they because he got like $1 million something for the film in the film festival, okay?
Yep.
Before it went to the theaters where he would have made so much more money, they said, no, Negro, you got this little thing, this little blemish on you. You know how like when they fucking rape somebody and they become the judge and the jury for your ass?
Yep.
Little Mr. Nate Parker was in some trouble with Lil Becky, but
with
he got
Becky.
acquitted. He got
Always with a Becky. Lord
and
Jesus.
because they could dig that shit up and he was acquitted, it did nothing. It did nothing. In that movie, if you haven't seen it, go see that too. But this is his now. So they blackballed him. Nobody went to go see the movie, and it did horribly at the thing. And it was supposed to be on. It was supposed to be up for an Oscar. That's how great it was. Nope, they shut it down. So
Oh,
anyway,
they will shut you down real quick for a Becky, baby.
yeah, he's now done American Skin, and American Skin is literally about all this Black Lives Matter stuff. And he wrote it, he directed it, but he's under a Spike Lee joint kind of umbrella, and that's how they snuck that shit in. That's what I love about it.
Well, he's married to a Becky, so you know the
Mhm.
Beckys still continue, and it's always the ones fighting pro movies. That like the fact that Spike Lee has a black wife is amazing.
It is.
Like,
He went to more
I
house.
don't. Yeah, oh, real right.
Uh-huh.
But that, what does that really mean? Like they still, you know, Childish Gambino, like love all you guys, but you're fighting for this, and it's just hard. Not that I don't think you cannot love the opposite race. I get that, but when you fight so hard to be pro-black, it's hard to comprehend that you laid out every day with a Becky. For me, I don't just see how that happens when you know the history and that's what you choose, because no one forces you to be with anybody. So you can choose to be with whoever you want. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's very interesting to me.
The
Oh
movie
my
is
God.
American Skin, and it is on Prime.
Okay. I gotta watch that. Maybe I'll watch that tonight.
Yeah, it's so good. And you got it, like it's he put so much stuff in it. Like he put the film festival, the film student, because right now, if you follow Nate Parker, he is always giving back to young Black artists. So he's always schooling them, he's always teaching them. That part is in the movie. Black Lives Matter is in the movie. Film festivals, that's in the movie. So it's a lot of stuff. I'm not telling you about the movie, I'm just telling you how he kind of
He's a really nice guy. I've worked with him on the movie Beyond the Lights. He's just an upstanding guy.
He's amazing.
Talented.
And the fact that they tried to blackball his ass.
Not try, they did.
Yeah, they did.
They did.
But, you know, thank you, Spike Lee, for bringing him back into our lives and our world, because he is one to be reckoned with. He's intelligent. And the way he weaves and tells the stories, y'all, about us in our lives. Rebirth of a Nation. Go back and see that one, too, if you haven't seen it. Go see it.
Okay.
How do we segue into the next thing, April?
We're going to talk about, celebrity deaths. Oh, my God. So, Cloris Leachman. I mean, until Tomeeka had me look her up, it's just a name. And then when I looked her up, I'm like, oh, my God, I loved her. So she passed away. She was 94 of natural causes. There's no better way to go than natural causes. You know, in your home, my little neighbor, Joyce, many years ago, very old in her 90s, we used to talk over the fence and she'd give me lemons or whatever. She died peacefully in her sleep. I'm telling you, that's the way I want to go. I don't want to be hooked up to no machines. I don't want any of that. I don't want to be a burden. I want to be strong. Just like Betty White, I want to be trucking and just don't wake up. That's what I want. I don't want to burden my family, my kids, nobody. So, you know, she died of natural causes. Then Tomeeka texted me about Hank Aaron. He was 86. He crossed so many barriers.
He really did.
I can't imagine playing in those days where he was actually called the N-word before he got up to bat. You know, all the stuff, the segregation. I know we're strong, and I know that if we're up against it, we will prevail. But when you think about what other people had to do, it's tough.
Yep.
It's tough.
He's literally lived through a lot. Like, he was one of the first. So he went through, you know, being taunted. He was taunted for just doing his job. Like, even if he was winning for it, they would throw shit at him and just treat him like nothing. And then you could tell he just lived a life of he was graceful in his life. He he was a king. You know what I'm saying? Like he walked around and he held his head high, knowing that he crossed so many barriers. They was mad because he got who's Babe Ruth's record. Like they was so mad at him for
I
winning.
know. They wanted to kill him over that.
He was getting threatened for being the best. Like
Right.
in American sport, you know, let's be clear. Baseball is American sport. You guys have no reason to be in it. So when I think about him and then I think about Tiger Woods and all that he kind of went through, Tiger Woods, it's because of the Hank Aaron that Tiger Woods was able to go to these very segregated golf courses and have white people actually cheer him on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And accept him. It's on the backs of Hank Aaron.
Yeah, you need to watch. I don't know if you watched the documentary that's out on Tiger.
I did.
Him and his father were a hot mess.
Ooh, honey. Well, he was
Tiger
a hot
is a
mess.
mess.
His daddy was a hot mess.
His daddy was definitely a hot mess. Oh my God. And then Larry King. So they said death comes in threes, and there goes our three. No, there's four. Because we so Larry King, 87, and then today our Cicely Tyson. She was what, 96?
96 years old. She just had a birthday.
Jesus. So that's four. So everybody, you know, again, at the top of the year, I was always, I'm a really great optimist, but because of this pandemic, I've become more pessimistic. And I feel like this year starting off just like last year. We had Kobe die. We had some other stuff going on. Somebody else passed away. It has not stopped already. It's a continuation. It's just the new year, you know, 2021, but nothing has changed. The pandemic's still there. People are passing away. Every week there's somebody notable. Like, so we just have to be strong. Don't think just because it's 2021, like everything's going to turn. It's going to take a long time for everything to finally turn. So just be strong. Just, you know, just be mindful that the year doesn't mean that anything is really going to happen. It's just another year. You just have to go forward. So it's just moving forward, but things are basically the same. Cicely Tyson today passing away was like, for me, an eye opener. I have to stay grounded because anything could happen. And I don't want to have my world rocked because I'm thinking something should be different because it's 2021. Nothing should be different. You just have to, the strong. This is all showing us that only the strong will survive at the end.
Yeah.
That's it.
And we've literally been hearing that a lot. This is like the survival of the fittest. That's
absolutely.
On the
yesterday with Kobe, all the pictures and Vanessa Bryant and everybody, I was like, I can't take this. I mean, I don't know how she's doing it. I know how she got her babies. I get it. But that is so devastating in itself. She is by herself raising 3 girls, no mother. They had a falling out. She doesn't speak to his parents that much. You know, she is close with the sister. It's a lot. It's a lot. And the world isn't even open. Yes, she has a private jet. She's going places, and I get that. But she can't be out and about normally, like what she would have been doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a lot.
Tyson, if you don't really know her work or know of her, get to know her.
Baby.
Cicely Tyson. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Miss Queen.
Yes.
My favorite role of hers is definitely Roots, of course. Then some of the younger kids know her from Tyler Perry. She was still working on Tyler Perry stuff, like right around this time last year. So I remember just meeting her probably a year or two ago at a Tyler Perry's event, and I just was in awe. I was sitting there like, and she was just so sweet and so prim and proper. She's just graceful, and she's always been articulate. She had a rough life, you know, growing up. I think she was dating Miles Davis, and he was just a hot mess with her. But homegirl has been living her best life for like 95 years. So when I heard that she died, I just was like, job well done. You know, if I'm going to live to 95/96, I want to still be working and able to work and able to go and get a party and sit and be, you know, just like her. So Job well done. Her and the Betty Whites of our world, they just give me hope that, you know, a lot of us don't make it to the 80s or the 90s, you know, for whatever reason. But when you see a woman that does, it's like something to applaud. Like,
Yeah, it is.
can't be
It's
sad. I can only
amazing.
say job well done. That's a beautiful
Yep.
life. That's life goals. Like, rest, baby.
Yeah. And so, you know, to segue back, we really just have to keep our mental together. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot happening. You can think that it's going to be one way and it turns another way. So mental health, let's segue right into that. January is Mental Wellness Awareness Month. How are you really doing? And we just have to understand, even though money can't buy you happiness, money can't buy you mental. So everybody like, oh, she gonna be good. Kobe left her straight. Really? That has nothing to do with here. She is alone in the bed at night. Like she doesn't have a partner. You know what I mean? And most people just want a partner to grow old with. It has nothing to do about the money. Yes, we all need money to survive, but she would give that money in a heartbeat to be with Kobe.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
we gotta keep preaching. Even for myself, there are some days where I am just, when I tell you, I just want to lay on the ground because I feel like this is a bad nightmare. You know what I mean? It's awful. It's been a February, well, March will be a year that we've been in this thing. It's just a lot. When I sit and Royale is always, he bought me flowers today. He just dropped them off. I was somewhere in the house. I came out, the flowers were there. He didn't even say hi. He was like, no, it was a surprise because he knows it is really tough. I am a strong person. Check on you're a strong person. I'm a strong person. I am exhausted. I want to go back east. I want to see my sister. I want to see my cousin. I want to see my friends. My friends here are great, but I'm from the East Coast. I want to go there. So my mental, some days when I have to think that I can't go there, it's a lot, guys. So I'm going to tell you, it's a lot. And if I'm feeling like this, I am nobody. Everybody has their thing. Like, it's a lot to know there's nothing to look forward to other than I keep myself busy. I do the things that I would normally do, but you know, it's not enough. I'm ready to I want to go out. I want to travel. So, you know, again, I will be trying to find someone to talk to, and I haven't done my part. I had that list from therapy for Black girls or whatever. There's a beautiful list. I just haven't done my due diligence because I'm thinking I'm going to beat it. Like I can handle this, but I still think other than Tomeeka and my sister and my close friends and Kay and people, I'm just like, I need somebody else to talk to because they are too close to me. Girl, you got this and da 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 da. Nope, I need to tell some other stuff too, like, why am I feeling like this? How can I get over it? Are there some exercises I can do? Because, you know, y'all didn't go to school for this. Y'all are very supportive, and I'm very supportive back to you guys, but no one really knows what you're going through.
Right.
And I'm going through a lot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hugs through the screen. Everybody loves you.
You know, it's tough.
It is tough. So what you're going to do for the health provider,
Yep.
and you're going to do a Zoom meeting, and you're going to get, because you know what? We got to come out of this better. You know what I'm saying? It would have happened for a reason, right?
Right.
Some of us are going to come out bigger. Some of us are going to come out smaller. Some of us are going to not come out. And some of us who actually make it and do the work that's required of us right now, we know what God has for us to do. He's telling you. You feel it. It's you be like, damn, I didn't do that. Like, whatever that thing is, okay? And it's really going to push you out of your comfort zone. So your comfort zone could be called the mental health provider. You know, that's just what you do that thing right there. Don't keep getting on the phone with your girlfriend that's going to co-sign your foolishness, okay?
Right.
That's what we do. We co-sign each other's foolishness. Girl, you're fine. You're okay. Meanwhile, you at home turning back the bottle and don't nobody see your real shit, right? Because all we see is the face you're showing us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And some of us are going to come out alcoholics. Some of us are going to come out divorced. Some of us are going to come out, shit, they done took our kids because we had a damn moment. So
Right.
if you're having a moment, do yourself a favor. It's Mental Health Awareness Month. Go talk to somebody. YouTube University is free, but if that's because if you don't have no money, y'all, it's a video up there for every goddamn thing. You understand?
Yeah.
Everything.
Apply for the Affordable
It is
Care
my
Act.
go-to.
They know that everybody needs therapy, right?
Yes. Yes, we all
They
do.
know that.
Look, we all a little cray-cray. Hello? Like my cray-cray is probably in the middle of the month, around that period time. Like, don't fuck with me. Because, yeah, she going to do some crazy shit and leave her alone. Let her sit for a minute. So when you okay, go figure it out. Go do what you need to do. But
Right.
meanwhile, start investing money and time in you. You know, go get the help that you need.
That's true. And so when I was saying Vanessa, you know, she has all the money in the world and blah, blah, blah. And so we cut to the thing that you and we didn't want to discuss until tonight. These people, these billionaires trying to skip the line for this vaccine. So money, yes, can't buy you happiness. It sure shouldn't be able to buy you your line, your place in line for the vaccine. So everybody heard of the millionaire casino person, Rodney Baker, and his wife that went to, where did they go? Arizona? They went somewhere.
They pose as motel workers to get
At the White River First
at
Community
the
or something.
Business in Yukon to get priority to get the vaccine.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Rich white people will do some shit, okay?
They chartered a jet, or they took his private jet, went there, posed as workers so they could get the vaccine, because it is, you know, to the most deserving, the elderly, underlying conditions, and then will come later. So they did that and they got in trouble. It was just a slap on the wrist. What can I got the vaccine now and I'm rich. So what are you going to do? I'll just pay the fine. So they're just going to pay the fine. But there's other, Washington Hospital sent VIP invitations to 110 financial donors to skip the line. So Tomeeka and I feel a little different. So here's the thing. I'm not saying that the haves should go in front. Here's the thing. If I gave money, it's just like, I don't know how to say it without sounding like I'm okay with it, but I understand if I gave $10 million for the West Wing of the Washington Hospital, there are some perks that comes with everything, and people do stuff. Trust me, you're doing stuff for something else. Most of the time, I wash your hand, you wash mine. I mean, you know what I mean? You help me, I help you. So I use that in my daily life, you know, and I get it. Is it fair? It is not fair, but it is just the way the world works. Because even at our private school, this couple, they built the gym. Her son can't play worth a fucking lick. They want him on the basketball team. What did they do? He's on the basketball team. Does he start? Yes, he start, because we're in this $10 million fucking gym that the parents built. So politics, you can't, it'll be for the rest of our lives. Money talks. He was on the team. He had no business being on the team. But because y'all got these jumbo jets and all of the, what do you call double trons or whatever, because of us. So I get it. I don't think it's right, but I understand. That's all I can say. I'm not saying it's right.
Bro, I got that vaccine. All we need is 10,000. You got it? You got it?
But they gave before this even happened is the thing. It's not like, I'm assuming the people that got the VIP are the people that, because you could put your money wherever you want. I could have put it in all these Trader Joe's, whatever. I chose to give your thing, whatever.
It sounds like the college scandal to me. And
it does.
If I can find out that your ass did that shit, hospital center and rich white people, guess what? You should go to jail. You skipped the line.
Well, first of all, they didn't ask to be on a VIP. I'm assuming the hospital did it, so shame on them. Because you shouldn't even put it in their mind that they're that special.
This is the thing. In a perfect world, none of this shit would happen, right? In a perfect world, everything that dies right now wouldn't be put under COVID so that the hospital would get more money. But the politics of it all says that every death that comes down the pike right now, because we're not working on no other thing. If they did, stamp COVID. You understand?
Right.
And we get more money. And if they died on the ventilator, COVID and ventilator, double money. You understand? So we just live in a crooked, fucked up society, you know?
We do.
And either you're going to play the game or you're not. Look, I don't want to hear about y'all going to get y'all little rich people vaccine. And probably they're not. Probably some of them are the ones who are anti-vaccine have always been the right? Why is this different?
Right.
They'll get it for themselves, you know, because it's like y'all say, we probably wouldn't get it, but if our parents and grandparents could get it, yeah, they should get it, right? So maybe they're not buying it for themselves, but definitely pushing their people in front of the line. They are, you know, and that's just the society we live in, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's so much crooked stuff going on with the vaccine. I mean, you had one healthcare provider that had a sign from God or whatever that it was it was mutating or something. People, so
Meanwhile, we don't have enough to go around. But this
he
idiot
destroyed it. He's looking at 20 years in jail. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot of vaccines that are actually expiring. Like my doctor sends us an email every day about what's going on. He was like, if you want it, this is the procedure. Like, you got to really know your doctors. I have some really good doctors. And when I say every day, I should probably forward them to you. He breaks it down.
I don't want to
call this people because it's expiring and they're going to throw it away. So you could probably say this, use my name. I'll write you a letter. Da, da, da. He breaks it down like it is so in depth. You just have to. It's not what you know, it's who you know in life. I promise you.
I just had a conversation with him yesterday. He's like really trying to sell me on this vaccine. I'm like, I'm not getting it. I don't care what you say. And I'm glad that you got it. And you're else. I need you to get those 75 recruits, 75% of the recruits. You guys get it. I'm not getting it.
Here's the thing. And every time the doctor emails us, it's always something new. He's even getting confused because it's supposed to be a 2 thing, right? Now they want to do a booster to help out the South African and what you call it.
Exactly.
So this is every year. Then, Johnson & Johnson thought they were going to be able to do something, but there's not as effective. There's no sound one way of doing anything. Everybody has their own, like Merck didn't do it because Merck wasn't on time with their study. And I only know Merck because I used to live in New Jersey and I lived right at Merck. It's a big pharmaceutical. They're not even in the game. They're like, we'll let y'all figure it out. We'll come in about a year and we'll figure it out. So there's too many changes. First it was you needed it in 2 weeks, the second booster. Now you can go to 6 weeks. He emailed yesterday. Now you can go to 12. Then why we need it at all if we could go that long? Why is it actually needed? So I just don't understand what's going on.
And neither Fauci comes in one day, say no mask. Next day that. Look, when y'all figure this shit out in 5 years, get back.
Oh God, don't say 5 years. No.
It's gonna be around for a long time because they letting this shit mutate. I seen a show. CNN reported that in Australia, they're in Australia. In Australia? When you get off the plane, as soon as you get off the plane, if you're from another country, we let your ass in, you go straight to the hotel for 14 days, okay?
Shit.
It's the tennis opening in Australia. All the tennis players are there. They're in their rooms. Shooting tennis in the room, not outside, in their rooms. Shooting tennis because they have only had 900 people die in the whole country.
I saw that on Daily News. They said people from LA are packing up their shit and they are moving to Australia. And so they're going to do their 14 days and then they're going to be out and about and living life. You're right.
They're all the way open. So, and they say it's unfortunate what's going on in the United States because control this. And the way we're doing it now, it's just not going to happen. I just feel like now California's opening tomorrow back. The East Coast is trying to close in a minute.
Yep.
There's too much back and forth. And as long as there's this back and forth, y'all can can summer. Summer's great be canceled. You know, we thought we'd be out the house by the summertime. No, we're gonna be back in the motherfucking house.
Oh, we're gonna be back real soon because
Yep.
they're about to open and the numbers are gonna go back up. So I
Yep.
predict between April and May we're gonna be on real big lockdown.
Yep, it's horrible.
So get your shit together again. Like get your games, get everything to be comfortable because here we go.
Oh, don't you need a new set of games? Because are the same games getting bored?
I got new games. I done bought some new games. Like we are ready. We've been playing Old Maid. We don't took it back to the old school. We're just, you know, trying to keep it, you know,
Fresh.
fun, fresh. Yep. Using his trying to kill us. He is. I cannot believe he's doing that.
And
I
again,
cannot.
it's going to affect Latinos and Black people.
Because we be the first to go.
Yep.
And here's the thing, because we got to go to work. So a lot of these people, the buses are still working. I be looking at them buses. They're on the bus. They're on the train. They have to go to work.
Yep.
We're ordering out cheesecake, Burger King, McDonald's.
They're there.
People have to go to work.
Yeah.
They have to go to work. One person get infected, like you sent me. One person at Costco, 14 people. Target, they're at work. They're just trying to live and make a living to live and then get sick and then get a bunch of other people sick until we just halt for a second, let it die down. There's nothing to get to. Then we can go back out. But nobody wants to sacrifice across the board from the east to the west, north to the south, and just be still for 30 days. And let's try that. We haven't tried it yet. Let's try it. You know?
Over here.
Oh my God.
This part of the country shut down, then this part of the country.
Right.
And as soon as California shut down, they went to Arizona and Vegas. Stupid. But anyway, go on about COVID. But what we really wanted to stress that it is mental wellness awareness month. That's it. So again, check on your folks.
Check on your folks.
Check on your folks. Check on yourself. I was talking to my best friend the other day and she was going through it. I said, look, back up. Don't like that. You know, look, treat yourselves with good care, okay? Yeah, you be so busy, like, oh, he hurt my feelings, or she hurt my feelings, or this, that, and the other, but you're treating yourself like shit. Stop treating yourself like shit. Be kind, be gentle. We're all going through. You're going through, I'm going through, but here's the deal. We can't get you together. You can't be good for nobody, okay? So everybody take good care of you.
Exactly. Somebody wrote, when one place shuts down, those residents travel to the open states and keep it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We said, like, I don't know. I don't know if I thought Biden would get in and be like, everybody shut down, but I think the numbers are going to cause, you know, him and Kamala to figure out to put a mandate and ask the states, can you please follow along? Can you please follow along? And just shut it down. I'd rather be in place for 30 days and
it go away.
Just know everybody's doing it. Florida's inside, Georgia's inside, Mississippi, everybody's inside, and maybe we'll have a chance at it. And I think that when they finally decide to do that, it's going to be a lot of lives lost.
Yep. Like
you should have did that from the beginning.
Well, it's like they got to make a truth out of these numbers. It's almost like that. Like every time the number 200,000 is going to die. We was like 200. What? We up to 500,000, y'all. That's a lot. 500,000,000 people. Okay, so now we're up to 500,000, and it's become we're numb to the shit. When Obama was in and 2 people died from Ebola, they put his ass.
Right. And we were like, oh my God.
When Hillary did this Benghazi shit, it was 4 people died. They had her in motherfucking Congress testifying for days. It's 500,000 almost people dead, and nobody's acting like they're not batting the eye. Like
they're not.
They're
not. I don't get it. Oh, okay. Enough about that. Jesus. Let's talk about our book club. All about love, bell hooks. We are doing 5 and 6. And then we're going to read 7 aloud on Saturday at 11 a.m. Pacific Coast time. And that is 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I believe, Tomeeka, you have
So I have been reading it on YouTube on the April and Tamika show. If you don't have the book, if you want to put it in and you want to listen to it and catch up with us, I already put chapter 5 up. So it's 2 through 5 that's already up.
Yep.
6 is going to go up soon. And you should be prepared to talk to us and read with us on number 7.
Number 7. And then when we finish that, we're going to give a week. You know, you can either do audio. I don't know how many Tomeeka can put up because I know it's 13 chapters, but the goal is Saturday to the next Friday to the next Saturday. When we meet again on Saturday, we're going to do a summary. There's no reading out loud. We're just going to sum up the book because we are starting our new book for February and we wanted to get done. So we've done enough, you know, kind of beating it up and so forth. So we're just going to go back to just discussing and wrapping up. And do you want to announce the new book? Yeah, I think we should announce the new book. It's Revelations. So order it now. You have 2 weeks because Saturday, this Saturday, we're talking, you know, 5, 6, 7. Next Saturday, just summing up bell hooks. Then the following Saturday, we're into Revelations. So
it's called Lessons from a Mother, Auntie, and Bestie.
Correct. We ordered we went the slow route. We did not order from Amazon. We went to Mahogany Books in DC. We went online. That is somewhere you can order. It's the same amount for the book. You do have to pay, I think, $6 shipping, but we wanted to make sure we supported a mom and pop Black-owned bookstore. And because we have 2 weeks, go ahead, you know, take your time. Just find a local bookstore or something. You know, we love Amazon, but because it's not, time isn't of the essence, you got 2 weeks. So please try and support a Black bookstore. So that's what we did. We ordered 2 days ago. It'll be here in time. And guess what? They even have it on audio. I do both. I usually get the book and I do the Audible. So whatever you want to do, but just be prepared to, you know, at least read along. And, you know, we're going to support Bev. And I'm excited about that. The book yetter is Revelations. Let me see if I can write that and pin it.
Revelation by Bevy Smith.
I hope I spelled it right. Is it Bevedetions? And what was it? Revelations. What's the rest? By Bevy, right?
Bevy Smith.
Bevy Smith. Okay.
And
here we go.
The bookstore was Mahogany Books. You can order online, or if you guys live where you can go to a Black bookstore, that'd be great. But that is definitely a Black. Mark Lamont Hill, he's a professor, he's a speaker, he has a bookstore. His in Detroit.
There's a lot of bookstores. Just Google, guys. You got 2 weeks. The book will get there. You do not have to do Amazon.
Yes.
Let's support. February is Black History Month. So let's support Black bookstores.
Yes.
They're out there. There's a bunch of them. The book of the month.
In DC. So it's just Michelle. You can get it from there in DC. You can walk up there. So we're going to finish up with bell hooks. Again, if you want to go to our YouTube channel and catch up with us, been reading it on YouTube for you lazy folks. And let me tell you why I was reading it, honestly. She doesn't have an audio book in her voice or a Black woman's voice.
Oh my God.
She has it. It's weird to me. I know I have this little twang in my voice, so if you can't tolerate my voice, don't listen to me. Go get your own goddamn book and read for yourself. But if you want a cheat sheet, it is on our YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, check us out.
Yes, that is so true. Because listening to him is sad.
While you're at it, go to our podcast. We're everywhere. We're Stitcher, Anchor, Spotify. We just kind of looked us up today. If you Google us, the April and Tomeeka Show podcast, you'll see all the places we're at.
And we're a lot of places.
What did we?
Yes, we got a good team. We got a great team.
We do. We had an amazing show this Sunday that just dropped, and we had one last Sunday that just dropped. These are new. We drop one every week. So subscribe when you're walking. Just listen to us. We talk about some
Yeah,
stuff. We're engaged.
that's what I do. I just listen, I walk, whatever your thing is. But our goal is to try and it's 12 months in a year. Let's last year went really fast. I didn't read one book, not one. So when I'm finished
And
Bell Hooks,
you're
let me
already
tell you something.
You're
I'm gonna be
already
so happy.
Isn't it? Like, look, we've already accomplished something this first month of the year, y'all. Isn't that amazing? And we all did it together.
Yes.
We all did it together.
I'm excited.
Somebody say, hey,
I
cuz.
bought a lot of
That's my cuz or April's cuz, but hey, cuz.
Oh yeah, that's my cuz. Hey, Alita. Yeah, I bought a lot of books last year because I'm like, yeah, we're gonna be in. I read one of them. I started a lot of them, didn't finish them. So to be able to finish this one and know we're gonna finish Revelation, and then I want to do something out of the norm. Like I want to do something for fun, scandalous, like stank, ghetto. Like everything doesn't have to be mind provoking. Like I want to mix it up, budgets, stocks, whatever. But 12 books, we will have 12 books under our belt at the end of the year. You know what I mean? So let's mix it up, throw some titles out. I don't know what you guys are interested, but let's all figure out. So we already know February. Let's start thinking about March. What would you want to do? Don't do 1,000-page book, but let's make our goals reasonable. You know what I mean? We still have life.
So if you have scandalous books out there, I know nothing about scandalous books.
I want a good one.
Send them to us, and it got to be a really good one, y'all. Something that's going to keep us engaged.
Yes.
To talk about.
Page Turner, like I really love. What was the one?
Zane.
Zane was good, and then something gray.
50 Shades of Grey.
That was a good one. I liked it. I read that whole book cover
Did you like Zane's?
I did.
Zane's were no joke.
Yeah.
50 Shades of Grey. She is just I mean,
it was a lot.
It was.
I hadn't read a scandalous book in a while, so when it came along, I was like,
okay. So The Coldest Winter Ever is an amazing book, but she's just dropping the second one, so we probably need to do that one. Did you read The Coldest Winter Ever yet?
No.
You got to read that one.
Really?
Yes.
Who is it by?
Sister
Soldier?
Soldier, yes.
Oh, I just saw when I went on the Mahogany.
You got to be focused. So we got to read that one. But you got to read The Coldest Winter Ever because it's the continuation.
Yeah, I saw part 2. Like, you know how you go in a bookstore because I love books? And I was starting to order a bunch of stuff. I was like, no, focus on Revelations. Let's do one at a time. So that's my thing. I'll buy all the books and they'll just sit there looking at me. I got The Handmaid's Tale, Game of Thrones, all these books. I'm like, I ain't opening. So yeah, one at a time. So yeah, I'm down with that. And I'm isn't it interesting that Sister Soldier is so quiet? Unless I'm not hearing from her. Because back in the day, baby, I loved her. I feel like she is so quiet. I feel like Tomeeka Mallory is now the new Sister Soldier. Does that make sense? Because she was out there. Maybe she tired. She was like, I was out there before Tomeeka was born. Probably. She was a little girl. Oh, part 2 comes out in March of The Coldest Winter Ever. Okay.
You got about a month and a half to read The Coldest Winter Ever. And then, because they were supposed to do a movie about it too.
Really? Go Sister Soldier?
It's so good. And that book, y'all, the book has to be about 15 or 20 years old.
It's old.
It's so
old. Yep. I remember when she came out, I was like, maybe later. And
April,
15 years later.
April.
I'm going to read it. I got some stuff to do.
So we have to, Kate's getting on us. Everybody, every Saturday we go to Clubhouse to discuss the book club, okay?
Yes.
After the book club meetings, go to Facebook, go to our YouTube pages and talk to us and we'll answer the comments on those pages. Like and share, post and repost, and bring more people to the party. Like, don't keep us for yourselves.
Well, it is pouring. Wow. I love it. So I think you wrapped up. So thank you for your support as we continue to build our community. Keep joining us here weekly for stimulating conversations. Please join club. First of all, you got to do the first thing. If you want to be on the conversation on Clubhouse, you have to join Clubhouse. Now you have to get on. We asked you guys to DM us if you were having problems. Like if you hung out for a week and no one let you in, let us know. Yetter has 10 invites. She is on here. She has already said, I will give you an invite or two. Let us know. But I think everybody got in. Don't assume that you won't get in, because I promise you, once you key in your name, somebody's going to know you. You're going to be in 2 seconds. Clubhouse is going to be the next biggest thing, I predict.
They just got $1 billion.
Yeah. I know Instagram is trying to scurry around, trying to figure out how they're going to tap into it. You're too late. People on Clubhouse, it's a wrap, you know. Well, I'll never say that. TikTok beat them. They're doing Reels, so they'll probably do their audio vision. But we're comfortable in Clubhouse. Too bad it's not Black owned, like Master P said, because we do need something for ourselves. You know, that's just the way I feel. Our weekly podcast drops on Sundays at 12 o'clock Pacific time, which is 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please look out for our new podcast. It's going to be a good one. We had a great time doing it. It was really fun. It was thought-provoking. We had a lot of stuff. We actually had to stop talking because we did about one podcast that had 3 different subjects. We were like, that's a totally different podcast. Like, it was really good. So we're on Apple, which is now iTunes, Spotify, Siri, Stitcher, and Anchor. Whichever platform you think about, we are on it. And we just talked about our book club. So we hope that you'll join us on all the platforms. But if not, pick one that is kind of near and dear to your heart and join us. Yes, they are not. Well, no, they are not on Android. They don't think they're going to get to Android for another. So I'm sorry, Android users. If you have an iPad, you can get on, like Yetter has a
or a
Android
MacBook.
phone, but she uses Clubhouse on her iPad and has no problems.
Yeah.
So if you have one Apple product, I think you will be good. I've never tried Clubhouse on my laptop. Does it work?
Yeah, I think you can do it on your app.
Okay, I never tried it. I do it on my iPad or my phone. So so we look forward to seeing you in the Clubhouse, and I think that's about it.
And if you're listening to it on YouTube, let me know what you think, and if you have any questions, because you can't make the Clubhouse, leave your questions there. We'll talk to you guys.
Right. And don't forget, there is a PDF version of the book
for free,
totally free,
online.
I am pissed. All you gotta do is Google All About Love. PDF will pop up, and you can read along and read out loud if you choose to.
For free time.
Yeah. Just make sure, again, please follow us. I want to see those numbers on YouTube and Facebook go up. We have a great following. Just please follow us, and we're going to get more active on Facebook.
We did not go into Clubhouse to post for that show yet. What day will you post for the Clubhouse?
It's up already.
Oh, it's up. Okay, so she said she didn't see it. Okay.
It's on the calendar. If you go to Saturday, it's going to take forever because there's so many, but I already did it because I was like, I don't want to forget. It's there. You probably won't see it until Friday, but it's up there unless you have the patience to go through all of the days. Well, it's just Friday, all day Friday, but there are a lot of stuff for Friday, and then you'll get to Saturday. You'll see it, and then you can hit the bell to get a reminder, but it's there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And somewhere along the line, they'll make it way simpler than this, but everything is in beta still, and they're working out some kinks daily.
Yeah. So Yo-Yo, what is your name on Clubhouse? I'll follow you, and then or just follow me and Tomeeka. Just know that on Saturday at 11 or 2 your time, we're gonna go live. Just look for our name. It's MKA Morris or April Watkins. Yeah. And you'll see that we're in a room. It'll be very easy to find us. At 11 a.m. Pacific time. Yep. All right, guys. Thanks. Yes, it's been great. Thank you, guys. I love our Thursdays. April. But yeah. You guys don't forget to watch American Skin. I think I'm gonna do that tonight. My dinner is waiting. I got all of my guys over here eating, so I'm going to go have my dinner, have another cocktail. I've had to pee for an hour, but I love you guys. I've been
Bianca,
wiggling.
we've had a great time. Rewatch it. It'll be up.
Okay.
Guys, thank you guys. And if anybody didn't get to see the whole show, it's going to be there. Just go and watch.
I'll save it.
Information. See you guys. Good night.
Okay, bye guys. Thank you.
Bye-bye.